Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Hey, and welcome in. We are live at Barn Wired in Sigourney, Iowa, 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney for home decor, coffee, and more, and breakfast on this Saturday morning. Get into Barn Wired. We are hanging out here live for the sports section where we talk to area coaches, athletes, and sometimes dads like we are this morning. Andy McGuire is our host, and Andy, we're going to start off with a bang and kind of an interesting interview for you. We've got the father-son combination of Billie Kindred Jr. and Sr., kind of the past and the present for Keota basketball right here with us. Andy, take it away.
Yeah, we got the Kindred and Kindred connection this morning. It's like a law firm here. But we do have the KCRG TV9 Athlete of the Week, Billie Kindred here. Billie, how was that experience having Scott Sable come down to Keota and talk to you about the season?
Oh, it's always pretty cool. I remember back I think it was either last year or 2 years ago when Carson McDonald won it. That was pretty cool. And see everyone come back, like Bubby, he came back and watched, and then have all of my teammates there to watch. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a big day when you can share an accolade with Bubby because that dude's an assassin. He was knocking down those threes last year. He had a spot on the court. He knocked him down. And you couldn't give a better award to a better kid until you come along and you claim that prize. But you did get to share it with your dad, and that's something that's not uncommon to you because you've been sharing, you took over the single-game rebound record from your dad once, and then you've been breaking your own record multiple times this year. That's got to be pretty exciting to share that with your dad.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool to get a couple records from him and just continue to do good things.
Is there any trash talk that goes on in the house, like, hey, this is my record now, anything like that? Bill, does Billie share that with you? I'm guessing no, but I've got to ask the question.
No, he's a pretty quiet kid. I think he did give a smirk or two, though, when he came home that night. So
that's about as much as you get out of Billie, right, is that smirk. But I know Coach Stout talks about this. There was a game, I can't remember what team it was, but the comment was made that, there's just really no, there's no up, there's no down, there's no emotion, there's no trash talk. Billie, is that what you're feeling inside? Or are you just all business out there on the court, or do those thoughts cross your mind?
I don't really like to trash talk a bunch of people. I just like to play the game and let my game do the talking.
Well, that's good. Has it always been that way? I'm guessing not. I lived not too far away from you, and our boys played with you guys, and I think those neighborhood games got a little bit chippy sometimes. Is that a fair statement?
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's a little different with your friends and stuff because you're a little more comfortable with them, and it's just a good time with them.
Right. So, Bill, going back to your high school days, you played on some super successful teams, the state champion Keota Eagle basketball team back then. Do you see a lot of similarities between what was going on then and now as far as success goes? Because this group is having a lot of success, and the group last year had a lot of success too.
Well, one thing that I think of is I know that when we played and stuff, we played basketball all throughout the year. And I think that, these kids and stuff, when they were growing up, they played basketball, whether it was, travel ball and playing trying to get Coach Stout to get them into as many games as they could when they were in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade playing. I think that really helped them a lot. They went to all kinds of basketball camps. I think that most times those kids are, they get better in the off season and stuff. And so I think that these guys really took that to heart and went and did a lot of their basketball, football weights, golf, things like that they were doing in the off season.
A lot more involvement, a lot more opportunity, it seems, than maybe when you and I were coming up through the ranks as well. But you bring up a lot of sports, and Bill, you're a multi-sport athlete. And I know that you play golf, you play football, you play basketball. I'm guessing that basketball is your first love.
Oh, yeah, basketball is definitely my favorite sport. I'd rather do that than about anything else.
So as far as, preparing for the season or honing your game, what advice would you give to younger athletes if they want to be the next Billie Kindred?
I'd say just get in the gym and shoot all the time, because you can only get better by practicing and shooting hoops.
And that is something that you can definitely do. I've heard a lot of people say that you have one of the most smooth shooting strokes that they've seen, but you're not a guard, really. You're not in a guard's body, at least in the traditional high school game, maybe a D1 school at the collegiate level. But you bring a 6'4", 6'5" frame to the game, but you move like a guard. That's obviously a gift. But if you had your choice, Billy, where are you gonna take a shot from? Are you shooting the three, or do you like playing the block, or does it not even matter to you where you play on the court?
I mean, I don't think it really matters, but I like shooting the three more. But if I have a mismatch, then it's probably easier if I just go down to the paint and get some easy shots down there.
Yeah, I've seen you knock down a lot of different threes. Is there a specific place on the court? You like shooting from the side? Are you more kind of top of key guy, a little bit offset, or does it not even matter to you?
Just wherever I can get open is fine by me.
Not tough to do when you're 6'4", and maybe if one of those shorter guys pops out, you can just shoot over the top of them, right?
Yeah.
But one of your specialties is rebounding. I mean, we talked about the rebound single game record. You seem to have a nose for the ball. Is there a specific thing that you're looking for when the shot comes up? I've watched interviews with like Dennis Rodman, and he would study how the ball comes off of the shooter's hand, where it hits the rim. He knew where to be on that court. Do you have that same ability to see when the shot leaves where you need to be?
I just think if it's like either going to be short or long, and then if it's going to hit the rim somewhere, I have an idea of where it's going to bounce, and I just try and go get to that spot.
Bill, can you chime in on this? You caught a couple of rebounds back in your day. Was it something off the shot, or was it just you knew where to be to get that rebound?
Yeah, I think what Billy said was accurate. I think, watching it go off their hand, you can tell, if it's going to be short or long, or if they're going to, when it comes off the rim, which way it's going to bounce, and you just try to put yourself in the best position to grab the board.
So raising three excellent athletes, Taylor was a good athlete, Cole's a good athlete, Billy's a good athlete. How much time did you spend with your kids in the driveway or in the house talking about sports? Did you spend a lot of time chatting up what needed to do, like the mental aspect of the game, or maybe even the physical aspect?
Yeah, I think raising them and stuff. We played lots of basketball. We played lots of golf, talking about the game, and then finally I would sit in the lawn chair and watch them play when they got older. So,
yeah, I hear you, brother. That happens to me too. It happens. But golf's right around the corner. Billy, you excited for the golf game?
Yeah, definitely.
I heard Brennan yesterday. He went out to the course and he was trying to talk you into it, but he said it might be just a little bit too cold.
Yeah, I went out a couple weekends ago, but I thought it was too cold the other day.
Yeah, I think it was. Bill, have you been out yet?
I have not been out. I'm to that age that I used to go out no matter what, if it was sun was shining and even in some snow, but not anymore.
Yeah. And last year was a state qualifying golf team for the Keota Eagles. Do you see that happening again this year, Billy?
I hope so.
Yeah. Maybe an individual qualifier?
I don't know. Maybe.
Shave a few strokes, and that'd be exciting. We got a couple of games left for the Keota Eagles, Monday, Tuesday game, and then it's going to be time for the postseason. Billy, what do you see happening for this team moving forward?
I think just with the games Monday, Tuesday, it'll help us get ready for the postseason, which obviously is the most important thing right now because these last two games don't really matter a whole lot, but I think we just need to get a good mindset and get ready for the postseason.
If I were to ask you to compare this year's team to last year's team, how would you compare those two teams?
I'd say we both get up and down the floor pretty quick and try and get as many shots as we can up. And I'd say obviously we both had good records, but I'd say just, getting up and down the court as quick as we can, fast breaks and threes. I'd say those are pretty similar.
So as far as these accolades go, rebounding record, last time I checked, I think you were about 80 points away from eclipsing 1,000 points on a career. Does that stuff matter to you?
I don't really care a whole lot about it. It's nice to know that you can get those things, and it's a good accomplishment to get, but it's not. I'd rather just win the game. It's not top of my mind.
Bill, can you see a lot of differences between last year's team and this year's team? Last year, the Keota Eagles went 23-1, I believe. This year, we're at 16-3. If records are any indicator, you might end up being 18-3. Hopefully, at the end of this week. What differences do you see on last year's team to this year's team?
I think the biggest difference is that last year's team had a lot more experience. They played in a lot more games building up to. You had a bunch of seniors that were playing, and even the younger kids had experience. Billy already had a year of experience under his belt, and but I'll say that this year's team, they grew up fast because they were playing, and playing a lot, and so throughout 18 games now, they've gained some experience and are ready to go. I think that going to the playoffs will be another new experience for them. So, they'll have to, get used to that here coming up quick.
So, Billy, you're one of the older statesmen on this team. Has it been tough assuming that leadership role being the senior, whereas like last year you were playing with a lot of veteran leadership, your brother Cole, Sawyer Stout, Evan Vitito, those guys had been in the program for a long time and had been 3-4 year starters. Has it been tough adjusting to that this year?
I think just all the younger kids have really stepped up, because none of them started last year, but none of them got to play a whole lot of real minutes last year, but they've all stepped up tremendously and played really well this year.
Yeah, I think it's a staple of whether it's a Sigourney or Keota program. SK, I talked about this with Coach Jensen earlier in the year. A lot of guys like you, Billy, that lead by example, that maybe aren't the most vocal guys, but just do things the right way. Bill, I think that's a testament to the communities, both Sigourney and Keota. I know you're really active in the community. You've been on the school board for a long time, and there's been a lot of changes going on in Keota. Keota went from one of the bottom schools in terms of measurables and academics to the top now, at least in the Sickle Conference. Can you talk about that just for a second, your time on the school board and what that means to raise young people?
Yeah, I just think being in a small community, everyone has to get involved. When we were asked and stuff to be on the school board and stuff, it was one of those things that it wasn't much of a, decision of whether we were going to do it or not because we had to do it, being in that position, public position and stuff, it can be tough and stuff, but I think that the community is what makes the difference to Keota. I think, the relationship that we have with Sigourney for the football team, that stuff, those relationships and stuff are what, make the community great, makes the school great, and we all, have our kids together and everybody knows what's going on in town, and there's not too much for, kids to get away without parents and the school knowing. So I think that we do a good job at raising good kids and good citizens for the community.
So Billy, you're here in a little bit going to be heading up to Ames to watch Iowa State take on TCU, and I want to make it clear that Billy is an Iowa Hawkeyes fan, but to keep peace in the relationship, you're going to go ahead and go to Iowa State.
Yeah, I suppose. I won't be rooting for them, though.
That's saying a lot coming from you.
Yeah, I'm an Iowa fan, definitely. I can say that.
All right, so that's the short-term plan. What's the long-term plan, Billy? Do you plan on playing sports post-high school? You could probably pick a school to go play basketball at. What are your plans after high school?
I've been thinking about playing at some. I'm wanting to go on a couple different visits to a couple schools, but I'm not completely 100% decided what I'm going to do yet, so I don't know. The suspense will continue to find out what happens with Billie Kindred. So, Steve, do you have questions?
I was thinking back when you were talking about being a kid and Bill, you being the dad. Did you guys have any playing one-on-one? Was there any pretty nasty, vicious one-on-one games in the background? And was it very intimidating, Billy? Your dad's so tall. How tall are you, Bill?
6'8".
So, like, when you're a kid and you're going against your dad in maybe a one-on-one game, was it, like, super intimidating that you had such a big, tall guy in front of you?
Not really. I mean, he lost it a long time ago, so.
He would run me ragged. That's how he'd beat me. He'd run me down.
Was that how it was with all the kids? They just outrun you?
Yep.
Outpace you. And now your mom, Shannon, was she an athlete in high school?
Yeah, Shannon played all the sports. She did track, softball, basketball. Okay. She was part of the 3-on-3 a little bit there, and then I think right before they transitioned over to 5-on-5.
Okay.
Shannon is not 6'8", Steve. If you hadn't noticed,
it's kind of the tall and the short of it. If I
That's right. That's right. I have a question on that. Who's the best athlete in the family? All athletic, but Billy, and I'll ask you that question. You get to pick who it is.
I'd say myself.
Have to have a tournament, a Kindred tournament.
I would love to see those battles, all 5 of them. I think it would be fun to watch.
Battle Royal. Yes. All right, well, I think that does it. Well, Kindreds, thank you for coming in this morning. Billy, congratulations on what you've done this year, and best of luck heading into the postseason. That is Billy Kindred and Bill Kindred from Keota and Keota basketball. Let's take a break. We'll bring in, do we have a Tumwa? No Tumwa yet. All right, we've got Sigourney Keota girls bowling team coming in, so we'll take a little bit of a break, get situated here, and we'll have more from Barnwired for the sports section here on Steve Shuttler Media. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Find your Iowa dream home with AE Realty in Montezuma. With unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise, AE Realty is the Montezuma real estate expert you've been looking for. Whether you're buying or selling, AE Realty can help you get the best deal. You can find AE Realty at 321 East Main Street in Montezuma. Call 641-623-2639 or online at www.aerealtyinc.com.
Sweethearts Rosé from Tassel Ridge Winery is the perfect gift for your Valentine. This sweet rosé offers strawberry and candied fruit aromas and juicy, ripe fruit flavors, and it's packaged in a 500 milliliter heart-shaped bottle with a clear Valentine's label. Sweethearts Rosé is a unique, classy Valentine's gift that will be appreciated by anyone who likes a sweet rosé. Sweethearts Rosé is available in very limited quantities and only at Tassel Ridge Winery.
Alrighty, we do thank all of our sponsors for making the sports section possible on Saturday mornings. We are live from Barnwired in Sigourney. Get in here to Barnwired for some coffee, some dessert, and get going on a Saturday. So we had the Kindreds in from Keota basketball here a few minutes ago. Now we welcome in the undefeated Sigourney Keota girls bowling team, and Andy McGuire. Take it away.
All right, the second time we've had SK Bowling on the program. This is the first time we've had this many girl bowlers on the program. So why don't we start here and go around the horn, introduce yourself, what class you're in, and maybe who your parents are, what your interest is. Feel free to share something about yourself to the audience.
I'm Kaylee Montgomery. I'm a freshman this year, and my parents are Jesse and Micaiah Montgomery. And I mostly bowl to be and hang out with Jaden her last year, and yeah.
I'm Jaden Montgomery. My parents are also Micaiah and Jesse Montgomery. I am a senior in high school, and I will be bowling for William Penn next year.
I am Callie McCoy. I'm a sophomore, and my parents are Todd and Vicky McCoy.
I'm Gracie Gillum, and I'm a junior at Sigourney High School. My parents are Joshua Gillum and Roberta Gillum. I mostly bowled because Jaden said it's fun and I should join the team.
I'm Addison Richardson, and my mom's Lisa Richardson, and I'm going to be bowling for William Penn next year, and I'm a senior.
All right. We have 2 seniors on the crew. So that's great because this afternoon is senior, they call it night, or just senior day because we bowl during the day. At least this one is during the day. All right. Coach, why don't you introduce yourself as well?
Austin Bruns, and 5-6 years now, I think. I don't know. They all blend together.
It all rolls together. When you're winning, who cares what year it is because you're just knocking the pins down, right?
Right.
All right. So let's start with Jaden, the senior in the front that is the self-proclaimed talkative one, right? Jaden, tell us about the season. How has it gone this year? Obviously, you guys are having a phenomenal season, undefeated, and today's senior day. We have state coming up. Just talk to us about the season, where we've been, and where we're going.
Oh, it's been amazing. Everything we could wish for. Like you said, undefeated. First time, I think, in history, SK Girls has been undefeated. I just love to see these girls improve and watch our team scores go up. We have broken a couple school records, weeks on weeks on weeks, looking to break another one today and even next week during the conference tournament and the state tournament on Friday and Monday.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's very exciting. Let's talk about the format of these bowling tournaments, because I learned a little bit the last time when I was talking to some of the boys and when Coach was describing this Baker format to me, which I had no idea that this thing existed because I am not a bowler. Mm-hmm. You know, I think the last time I mentioned that one time I hit like 110, and I don't even know if that was good.
Jaden thought it was.
Jaden thought it was pretty good? All right,
good.
Thanks, Jaden. You see, this is that leadership. Everybody's talking about how Jaden got me out for bowling. I'm hitting 110s. I'm feeling, excited about this. So if I roll in at 110, am I going to be on this team?
You could, yeah.
Really? No kidding?
Everyone gets an opportunity.
Well, maybe I'm just too hard on myself because I think I'm a horrible bowler, but maybe I'm, who's the most famous bowler of all time? I don't even know who that is. Does anybody know? Is there a Michael Jordan?
No.
Pete Weber, Norm Duke, like some of the old greats.
Yeah. So who's that, Coach?
Lebowski.
That one I do know. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I know. We were talking about Lebowski and what was the other one? Kingpin. Yeah, I've seen both of those movies. Have you guys seen either one of those movies?
No.
Do you even know what I'm talking about?
No.
No idea. But you've got the Sigourney Keota bowling garb on. Is this what you guys wear during the tournaments?
Yes.
It's looking sharp, right? So everybody wears the same deal?
Yes.
With the black pants?
Yes.
And now, do you guys rent shoes or do you have your own setups?
We started my freshman year. We started out. Everybody had to wear the same shoes, unless you got your own shoes, but they had to be like purple.
Everyone has their own shoes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that you guys are slipping in doing the spray thing. It's just you got your own ball, you got your own bag, you got your whole thing going, right? Yes. All right. So that's sweet. So how many tournaments have we been through? How many meets? I'm sorry if I'm botching this because I know, again, I'm going to tell you guys I know nothing about bowling other than you roll the thing down the lane, knock the pins down, and have a good time. And then you put your hand over the little fan. Do you guys do that?
I do.
You do that?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What does that do?
It's more of a routine. Like, I have a powder ball and then that I hold when I'm not bowling, and then I go put my hand over the fan and then hope for the best.
Yeah. I've always wondered what that thing was about. I always like doing it when I'm doing it, and I don't think it had any impact on my game. Would you believe that?
It's more to keep your hand dry, so when you go, your
that
hand has good
sense.
grip, so you're not dropping
Yeah,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. My mind goes this way, that way. So let's get back to this format. So today, this afternoon, you guys have Bondurant Farrar, right? And so you guys will put 5 bowlers up to bowl in match play. Is that correct?
Yeah, so normally we bowl 6. We'll have 5 today. We're missing 1. So normal match play, like during the regular season, we'll bowl 2 full games.
Gotcha.
Top 5 scores make your round 1 score, and then the 5 do bowl Baker. So you're 1 and 6, 2 and 7, and match play do 5 games.
Right. So the Baker is 5 bowlers. 1 bowler bowls first frame, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you start back over, right? All through all 10 frames.
Yep.
Gotcha. And so how many games do you guys play in the Baker format then?
So regular season, just 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's an equivalent to 1 full game.
Okay.
As many frames as they bowl. Conference, so we do our conference meet the same way we do sub-state. And so there's 2 sections. There's team event, and then there's individuals. Individuals is 3 full games like normal bowling. And then Baker's, or team event, is 15 Baker games.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the thing that I learned, because I always thought it was just individual bowling, head-to-head, whoever gets the best score wins. But this Baker thing seems really cool to me. I've never seen it. I've never played it. But, that would be one that would get pretty crazy, I would think, cheering your teammates on. You throw a strike, the pressure's on, the next bowler to hit that mark, right?
Yes. And Baker's, bowling in general is a huge mental thing. And Baker's for a team score, that's where they got to come together and bowl as a team. They're cheering each other on, like you said, but they got to string those strikes and spares together to get the bonus pins.
Right, yeah. That's where it really pulls it together as a team. That's one of those things I'm like, how does this work as a team? My son golfs, right? And I don't expect any of you to understand, unless you're golfers, of course, but I get pretty geeked out about the golfing thing, which is kind of crazy. Are any of you guys golfers? Ladies golfers. I'm sorry if I'm offending any of you, calling you guys. I was just in Minnesota and I learned that was offensive to women, that if you call them guys, it's offensive. So I apologize. So I'm hopefully not offending you all. But anyway, no, it's really exciting to hear about these sports that maybe aren't as mainstream as some of the others, but it gives an opportunity to have these experiences in high school. We had the eSports Club on a few weeks ago, and that was really fun, seeing what those young folks are getting involved in. So anyway, this afternoon, senior day, we have 2 seniors here, and then it's on to state, or at least to districts. What's the next step, Coach? Conference?
Yeah, we'll have conference Friday, Saturday, boys, or girls Friday, boys Saturday, in Oskaloosa, and then sub-state district. Our state qualifier will be in Ottumwa Monday, Tuesday, girls Monday, boys Tuesday.
Gotcha. I must have been looking at an older one because I saw one that was listed as Davis County as the site. Was that last year?
So that's in Ottumwa. Davis County bowls at Ottumwa. So Davis County's the host.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Which is in Ottumwa.
All right, yeah. And so there's a lot of schools are going to be at that event, right? Is there 8 schools? How many lanes does that house have?
24. Is it 24?
So that's a big joint, right?
Yeah.
But you guys, your home turf is obviously Keokuk County Bowl. Why don't we get some Callie? Tell me about Keokuk County Bowl. We haven't heard from Callie yet. And I can't believe we haven't heard from Callie yet. But tell me about Keokuk County Bowl. Dave and Lucinda Brooks, they take care of you guys over there, right?
They do. They're really, I've never had a problem with them. I like them. They've always had the lanes to where everyone, they take good care of their lanes. I like the bowling alley. Always good food, good bowl, just a great time.
Yeah. So you guys get to eat during these events?
Before or after, it just depends. Whatever you want.
Oh yeah. Now we're getting into the pregame ritual. That's my question, right? Yeah, you guys know that. Tell me about the pregame ritual. What are you eating, Callie? What's the food?
I like chicken strips and fries. Just my normal. That's what I go to.
Chicken strips and fries. She's out of control, Steve. That sounds like your diet, right? All right. So what else are you guys doing before these events? Are you pumping the music in the alley?
Not really. We kind of just, I don't know, there's times before the meet where we just all the girls will just stand by our lanes and just talk. And everyone will just talk before, and just then when it's time to go, you just sit at your lanes and get ready.
Yeah. When Landon Griner was on here, he admitted that he sings Adele, Rolling in the Deep.
Yeah.
You guys see this event take place? Can you confirm that actually happens?
Yeah. The bus rides. They bring their speaker and they always jam back there. Always the boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do something. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Do you guys find that amusing, annoying, all the above?
It just depends on the day, I'd say.
It depends on the time, right? So if you're going down there, it might be kind of fun, but maybe you don't bowl. Well, I can't say that because you guys obviously are bowling fantastic. But if you were a bowler like me, you might be like, oh, I just threw my 110 and these guys are back here making all kinds of noise. Do you ever get into that sort of thing?
I normally just sleep through it.
You sleep through it?
I'm small enough where I take 2 blankets in my coat, use my coat as a pillow, and I lay 1 blanket down. I have another blanket to cover up, and I'm small enough where I can lay on the seat perfectly.
Oh, yeah? You build yourself a little cocoon and just drift away, huh?
Yeah, I sit clear in the back.
Oh, that does. That sounds zenful, doesn't it, Steve? No.
Now, Andy, when I was setting things up, the bowling team got here kind of early today, and I may have overheard them saying something about singing some music today. I don't know. Maybe I thought I heard something about there being some singers in the group today.
Fantastic.
Or did I hear wrong?
Talk about Landon.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping we'd get a live performance today. But
Not from us.
I was saying that Jaden really wanted to. She really loves to sing, don't you?
We've not had a duet, so I'm always looking to up the bar. We've had coaches doing gritty. We've had Landon singing rolling in the beat.
We want that.
Okay. Yeah, Austin doesn't want to do any dancing for us.
I've had too many reconstructive knee surgeries.
You do like Mr. Roboto. All right, let's see this duet. What do you guys have to sing for?
No, thank you.
We're good.
No.
Go to the choir concert.
I'm pretty good at peer pressure. Like, I'll just sit here quietly and stare at you and be like, do the duet.
It's not happening.
No?
No.
I believe you. And you looked at me, it's like, no, it's not happening.
Not
so
today.
I guess it's not going to happen. Yeah.
I was also going to ask, do you guys actively recruit people to bowl with you guys, or recruit people into the team?
I can't stop. Every year we try to do our best to get the word out. It's hard to spread the word of Let's Bowl and all that. This year I recruited Gracie. She's one of my close friends, and that's just what we try to do, just convince our friends. The girls program isn't as big as we wish it would be, and trying to get that youth in is going to be the key in the next few years.
Right. And thanks for bringing up Gracie. Gracie's back here just quietly, ducking the questions. Gracie, can you sing?
No.
Do you have any hidden talents?
No.
No? I think you're lying to me. I think there's something.
None that you're going to find out.
None that I'm going to find out. That's a fact. You guys got to help me raise this bar somehow. We got to come up with something, right? Let's brainstorm. Let's put our heads together and think about what can we do for Steve Shetler Media that will be memorable, aside from all of the discussion that we've had, because I'm going to remember this for a long time. But
Landon set the bar once already.
He did. We can give him credit for that. Landon did a good job.
How about the Super Bowl? Let's talk Super Bowl. Are you guys football fans at all?
Go
or do
Chiefs.
you have? I was going to say, who is everybody picking for the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Chiefs.
The consensus is Chiefs. I'm pulling for the Eagles, baby. Cooper DeJean.
Are you girls picking the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift? No.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What do you got?
Hunter and I usually go to a playoff game every year, but this year been a little busy, so.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce romance?
Do you want to answer?
Oh boy.
Calling your microphone.
Do I need to answer?
Yeah, you
oh
got
my
it.
God.
You are the talkative one.
Taylor Swift. It was cool to see at first, but now that it's been 2 years now, they can just stop.
It's getting a little old.
Yeah, it's cool. They finally found each other, all love, whatever. But if we're watching football, we're watching football, not Taylor Swift. That's my opinion.
I agree with you.
I mean, this is kind of the time limit for Taylor Swift anyway. It's about time to break it up and sing and write some songs about it. So.
It's going to be her new album.
I'm looking forward to seeing those songs because the truth comes out in the songs, right? I think it does too. So here's a Super Bowl question for you folks. I can't even call you ladies folks. It's just wrong to me. You guys. I'm saying you guys.
That's okay.
Thank you. So are the Kansas City Chiefs the new Patriots for some folks? Everybody kind of hated on the Patriots because they had won so many games, and Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Was
the quarterback. Now that's the next question. We'll get to that one too. But do you guys think that the Chiefs dynasty is the same as what the Patriots was?
I don't know, Austin.
Definitely not.
Gracie knows.
no, I think it's going to be better.
It's going to be better.
I've been a Chiefs fan for a long time. But if you just look where Mahomes is and the Chiefs are as a team to where Tom Brady was at that same point in his career,
yeah,
they're already way past everything.
Gotcha, yeah. And you're wholeheartedly in Mahomes is going to be greater, or maybe even currently is greater than Tom Brady?
Yeah,
going to be or it's
going to be. I mean, at this
okay.
point in their career, when they were both the same age, same point in their career, Mahomes is already way above Brady in all his stats.
But it kind of gets into that same discussion that LeBron and Michael, right?
That's
Is the
not even
game
close.
the same thing?
No.
Now we're striking another one. All right, Austin, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
I knew it. I knew that's what it was going to be. Let's go to the audience with this one. McCoy's are here
Cyclones.
too.
Also, by the way.
LeBron or Michael? Michael. Mom McCoy. She doesn't even. She doesn't. You know. All right. So there, we've raised the bar, Steve. I've taken the questions to the audience as well.
Yeah, audience involvement.
See, ladies, you have to set goals and achieve them, right?
Yeah.
And so what is your goal for this bowling team?
Just individually or like as a group?
All the above. D. All the above.
All of us strive to improve throughout the season, which we all have improved, so that's a goal achieved. But having a lot of us go to state or even like getting up there in conference, and yeah, you got it.
Okay. You go answer. So like personally, goals that I've had, I've qualified for state back in my sophomore year. Came short my junior year, and I am looking for that qualification this year. And me and even just one other person, like it's a hard sub-state this year as we go against the Wise and Muscatine. I think we could get 2 in there at least, if not more.
Yeah. Realistic goals. Kelly.
I think everyone's like been good, like achieved their goals, but one goal I have is just keeping my games over 130. I've been getting better about that, but I just gotta keep out of my head because that's what happens. I just get in my head and then it all goes downhill. So just keeping my games above 130.
Oh yeah, the mental aspect. It doesn't matter if you're bowling, if you're playing football, basketball, golf, esports. Stay in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think like a personal goal for me would be to keep improving and like be more consistent in my games. And as far as team goes, I think just to improve as a team.
Yeah. Right.
I think I would say one of mine is not, once I hit a certain amount of strikes, not panicking and staying like focused and not rushing.
Yeah. The mechanics can fly off the handle when you start feeling that pressure, right? Yeah, gotcha. Austin, coach.
So one of my goals this year was to return somebody. I know we talked about the sophomore curse last time I was on.
Yeah.
Everyone who's qualified since I've been head coach has been a sophomore, and no one has returned. So I want to get away from that. So we got Jaden and Landon and Wells, who would have a chance to return, and they all 3 are capable. But taking a team would be unreal, something we've never been. We were close last year with the boys. But the boys, girls, they both could do the same thing this year. There's a chance, multiple people at state conference title, even we can start there. First step, I think we finished just inside the top 3, but I think that's about our highest since I've been head coach.
Okay. Yeah, no, those are awesome goals to have. And, senior day, let's talk to the seniors real quick. What are your plans after high school?
I'm gonna go to William Penn to bowl, and for band, I'm gonna go for either game design or game development.
Awesome. Yep. So we have one William Penn bowler. We have second William Penn bowler. What are you going to study, Jaden?
I'm going into the education field, specifically secondary education, and I'm probably going to specialize on the math side if I can.
Wow.
And do stuff like that.
We have two ladies that know exactly what we're going to study, exactly what we're going to do extracurricular-wise. So that's fantastic. And let's talk to the underclassmen, too, then. Where do you guys see yourselves going moving forward? I'm assuming you'll continue to bowl. Have you given any thoughts to college?
I don't I don't really know where I'm going to go yet, but I just want to do something with nursing and go into the nursing aspect.
I've looked at a few colleges, but still undecided. But I know I want to go and get my CRNA and be a nurse anesthetist. So,
healthcare field.
I don't know if I'll bowl in college, but I'm planning on being a wildlife veterinarian and more than likely going out of state for that. So, don't know what college, but
Well, still healthcare, but just not on humans.
pretty much.
We need that too.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, Steve, more questions for...
I think I'm good. I think I'm out of questions.
I find that impossible. I better double check for Aaron Asks. I doubt we have one because she was snoozing in, but I will check. Oh, we have a message. We'll see if it's from her or not.
Regardless of who it's from, you have to ask it. That should be the...
Well, it's not a question. It's more of a statement. Apparently, the idea that I gave to my oldest son at the Iowa State game day, he can't put it on a poster and take it in because it must have been inappropriate. Sorry.
Wow.
But it is Iowa State, and I am an Iowa grad, so it's not too much information. If I shared what it was, that would be probably crossing over the line into too much info, but I think we're safe here.
All right.
You're not going to lose your license.
No. Heck, anything goes on social media. So
that's true.
Sigourney Keota Girls Bowling. Thank you so much for getting up early. I know, and not everybody likes to get up early. You guys probably didn't want to get up early this morning. So we appreciate you getting up early with us on the sports section. And good luck for the rest of the way out and through the postseason. And, hopefully we'll see you again on the show down the road. So appreciate you. Sigourney Keota, undefeated Sigourney Keota Girls Bowling here on the sports section. Again, we're live at Barn Wired. You guys are good to go. Andy, you stay put. We'll take a quick break, and we'll wrap up right after this.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
All right, we do thank First Resources for jumping on board here as a new sponsor on Steve Shuttler Media. There you see Andy McGuire sipping on his coffee. We are back live at Barn Wired. We're going to wrap up things for the sports section this morning. Of course, we thank the Kindred fellas for coming in, talking Keota basketball. I about said Sigourney basketball. It about slipped. And Sigourney Keota bowling. I think I must have read my messages wrong with Ottumwa basketball, so I apologize to the Ottumwa girls. We'll get them in. I think we're going to get them in here sometime here in the near future. As we wrap up today, we do want to tell you we've got some basketball coming up this week here on Steve Shuttler Media. Got 2 games left. The Pekin at English Valley's game that was scheduled for Thursday got postponed due to illness in English Valley schools. So that will be a Pekin girls-boys doubleheader coming up on Monday. Tune in. We'll go live shortly before 6 for the girls-boys doubleheader. Same thing for North Mahaska and Oski on Tuesday, girls and boys. That's an interesting matchup. North Mahaska, of course, New Sharon, just north of Oskaloosa, taking on kind of the bigger school there. But both those North Mahaska boys and girls are having an excellent season. We'll have those games for you Monday, Tuesday on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, YouTube. Congratulations to our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's Athlete of the Week for this past week, which was EBF Wrestling's Olivia Roop. We've had a lot of those EBF girls wrestlers as our athlete of the week here recently. And congratulations to Olivia. She was voted our athlete of the week. Our team of the week, Kelly Style State Farm team of the week, was, of course, EBF girls wrestling, I think for like the 4th time this school year. So they are just dominant in the voting. Those EBF girls wrestling fans just going to town on these polls here the last few months. Congratulations to the EBF girls. Now, speaking of wrestling, Andy, I'm going to bring you back here on camera. Wanted to run through some of our results from state girls wrestling yesterday. We had Lexa Nelson of Pekin Schools finishing in 6th place in the 105-pound bracket for the state tournament. Congratulations to Lexa on her 6th place finish. We had EBF's Georgia Smith, who was a recent athlete of the week, finished 4th. At 120 pounds. We had Miley Kirkpatrick of EBF Girls Wrestling finishing in 2nd place in 130 pounds. And then, of course, Sigourney Keota's Rihanna Utterback. What a career. 115 pounds, state champion 3 straight times. So an amazing career for Rihanna. And congratulations to all of our area girls that made it to the state tournament. Andy, I'm going to try my best to get in as many of those girls as we can next week. We'll talk girls wrestling here on the sports section. Do you have any thoughts on girls wrestling or Rihanna Utterback's another state title?
Yeah, what a phenomenal ambassador for SK Sports. Watching Rihanna, the interview that she gave after the match, I thought was great, and really putting girls wrestling on the map. Just so proud of her, what she's done. Also, shout out to Carly Greiner getting to state, the first Keota girl ever to do that. So what an experience. SK Wrestling, girls wrestling, and so many fantastic athletes getting those opportunities to perform at the state level. So I couldn't be more proud to be in Southeast Iowa and interview so many wonderful kids, and I'm looking forward to talking to those folks that participate in that state tournament.
And I'm just calling it right now. Rihanna Utterback, the GOAT of girls wrestling.
Oh, yeah. She's fantastic. She really is. If you enjoy wrestling, I don't care if it's boys wrestling, girls wrestling, shoot, even professional wrestling, which is your passion, I know.
Brother.
You've got to be a fan of Rihanna Utterback. I am.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I have no idea what anybody's schedule is for next weekend, but hopefully, the invite is there. If you're an area girls wrestler that made it up to the state tournament, we want to talk to you on the show coming up next Saturday morning. All right, so I believe that will do it for this week. Andy, as always, appreciate you. You do a fantastic job as host, and we'll be back here next Saturday, 8 a.m. for the sports section, live from Barnwired in downtown Sigourney.